It's hard to believe, but lithographs began in 1795, around the time of Napoleon and Josephine, with a simple accidental print from stone to paper. Today's modern lithographers are of course much more advanced, and one of our master Melbourne lithographers, Peter Lancaster from Lancaster Press, recently held an exhibition at the Firestation print studio. Here's Peter now to tell us a little bit about lithographs and a bit about his exhibition as well.
Lithography is a very direct process, so it allows to work directly onto the stone, lithographic stone, which a lot of the prints in there are done on, and also aluminium plates. And those stones come from Germany, from a small town in Germany, where they get quarried in a strata-type formation and get cut out of the ground. And as they get exposed to air, the stones harden up. And so in Europe, back in the early days, all the commercial printing was done off these bits of stone, like advertising, labels for cans, navy maps, whatnot. And then in some of these early printeries, some of the artists started working onto these stones, Picasso and Matisse, and they just really tested the printers because they were a lot more experimental, breaking new ground. The artists enjoy that close association with putting the mark straight onto a plate and then seeing that mark come up onto the paper. Some people are more experimental, other people are more traditional. One of my favourite artists in there is Kay Green, and she was an early mentor of mine, and she went to Tamarind where I trained in the States, and she's actually done the full circle and come back to work with me after initially getting training off her many years ago. So she wrote me a reference to get into Tamarind, and it's been a really nice full circle with her, and she just works on the stone beautifully. She just sees the stone like a living thing, so she just goes with the changes, and when things finally stabilise, she says, yeah, that's it. And I think you can see that in her work, the looseness in her work.
Is that
the Dreamers, yeah. Whereas Paul Bottaro just draws and talks on the phone the whole time as he's working. So some just have a natural, they just draw, and then takes a photo and puts it on Facebook, and, They have their own ideas, and then I give them ideas as well, so you try and hit on. So depending on the artist, you give them the ideas that you think will suit their way of working. It's tricky. It's a collaboration, so it's different personalities will go to different printers. I'm sort of a bit more traditional in my approach, but I do have changed my ways to bring in sort of more photographic plates, newer technologies, combined with the old traditional way of working. It's tricky. Thank you very much for letting me have the show here. And I just think a place like this is so important to have and be up and running, an Access workshop like this, because it's got a good environment to work in. And I've visited Studio 1 in Canberra, and that's got a similar, really nice sort of vibe. So it's important to have these places with outside access times, full-time access times, and So and also it's good for people to see a whole lot of lithographs. Don't often get shown.